What's going on there, folks? Alright, this is the Ryobi electric battery operated lawnmower. You got a stamp deck on it. This is something that's, there's a lot of videos on it online, but I was a little perturbed, so to speak, because they don't really see too many videos of them actually cutting with it. So, I mean, I don't know how good it cuts. There's a couple videos you see a little bit, but it's really tough to gain a opinion on how well it does. But this is a great first step. Now these have been around a long time now. I mean, Hustler a couple years back had something like this. It didn't last too long. Cub Cadet actually has a 0 turn that came out last year, and that thing's actually got really good reviews. A little bit different setup, and it's a lot more money. I think they're like $5,000. So, $24.99. You got a 10% off coupon or something like that. I mean, you can get this for a pretty decent price. The thing with this system is, not only how well does it cut, but in the long term, because you got a big tractor. Let's go over here and take a look what we got here. 0 turn price. It's not a bad price, but for the people who want tractors, I mean, see, here's a John Deere, $17.99. So you're looking at $600 more. Now, is it worth the extra $600? Now you know this thing is going to cut. This thing is going to be able to cut probably a lot better than the Ryobi. Now I'm not totally sure if it cuts a lot better, but it's got a gas engine, so blade tip speed's not going to be an issue. Like I said, there's one video of an old guy cutting some grass with this thing, and it didn't look like it was doing that great. But you got to be realistic too. I mean, you want to cut 2 foot tall grass with an electric mower. It's, don't get something like this. But if you're going to maintain your lawn and you want to take 2, 3, 4, 5 inches off the top, I don't think you're going to have an issue with this. But the big issue with this, I think, is going to be, do you get your money back in the long term? Now, they say these batteries last like 5 years. Got a little hitch on it, by the way. You should be able to get like 5 years out of these batteries. So, I don't know how much they cost. That's the big thing. To replace the batteries, is it like 500 bucks? If that's the case, everything that you kind of saved from not using gas and oil and all this maintenance and all that kind of gets thrown down the drain, So that's the big issue. Here's the panel. This does have a battery indicator up top, and this is like your hour meter right here. On, off, auxiliary. You got your forward, neutral, reverse. This is your PTO switch. This engages the blades. Got a little compartment here for your phone. And you got a little USB port right here. Bam. So, it's a great, with the battery technology. And you got to remember, these aren't lithium-ion batteries in here. So, that's, I would have loved to see that, but I'm sure this price would have went up substantially. But, it seems like these electric mowers, they never seem to pan out. But so I hope they don't give up on it, because, technology is getting better and better. But, this is a tractor. Again, it's not a 0 turn, even though, you might have some good capabilities with the steering wheel. But, you got LED lights here. That's pretty cool. This is, I don't know what kind of tires you got on these Kendras. So, it's something definitely, for the homeowner, and, if you don't have that big of a lawn. And what's funny about it is, you get 2 hours of runtime. So up to 2 acres. But there's people saying that, if you use this not to just cut your lawn, a couple people were using it to haul stuff. They were using you know, the hitch to dethatch and carry brush and branches with, you know, a wagon or something. You know, they were saying they get like 10 to 15 hours. So the 2 hours, and you figure that running these blades is what's taking up most of the battery. So, you know, I'm just putting that out there. But, you know, there's no belts. I mean, you can definitely save money in the short term. And, you know, this $24.99 price, if you're interested in this, man, don't be surprised, like September, October, this goes down to like $22.99 or $21.99. So, like everything, this just kind of came out, so, but it's definitely a cool little, you know, mower. And if you want to be green, this might be the thing to buy. But yeah, so yeah, check out some videos on YouTube. Like I said, if you have any interest in something like this, you know, I'm glad Ryobi made the step into this. You know, you got a stamp deck. I believe the Cub Cadet also has a stamp deck that makes it a little bit lighter. And you know, stamp decks cut good. You know, some people say they actually cut better than the fabricated decks, but you know, with the airflow. But over the long term, and if you hit rocks or something, I mean, these things, you can get a hammer and I can hit this and you'll see a big dent in it. You try doing that to a fabricated deck, you won't have nothing like that. So just for you guys. But yeah, so that's about it. Just figured I'd let you guys have a look. And I'm sure your Home Depot has this in the store. I mean, this thing looks like a lot of people have been sitting on it and looking at it. So pretty cool. And you know, other companies, if this thing takes off, you know, they're going to get into the market and definitely put their ideas behind it. So, all right, that's about it, boys. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.